What if I told you that everything you think you know about creating deep emotional and physical closeness with a woman is backwards? What if the places most men focus on aren't just ineffective, but are actually costing them the chance to access the deepest levels of connection imaginable? This isn't opinion. This is neuroscience. And it reveals a secret that most men will live their entire lives without ever understanding. The shocking truth? The lips, the obvious spots, they're not even in the top 5 when it comes to igniting a profound, lasting emotional fire within a woman. There are 5 hidden landscapes on a woman's body. 5 territories, backed by real neurological research, that when touched or kissed with the right intention, don't just send a signal. They send a warm, direct message to the brain's reward centers. They release bonding hormones. They create a craving for your touch that doesn't fade in minutes, but can linger for days. This isn't pickup artistry. This isn't superficial tricks. We are talking about published science. Documented neural pathways. Research from prestigious journals dedicated to the nervous system and brain function. And here's what's even more fascinating. Older men, especially after 40, poses a hidden advantage they rarely realize. Because these 5 zones don't require youthful stamina or frantic energy. They demand something many younger men haven't yet cultivated: patience, conscious intention, and the confidence to move slowly. Most men spend their lives ignoring these maps. They walk right past scientifically proven neural clusters that ignite connection. They miss the pathways wired directly to her centers of pleasure and profound safety. And that is precisely why they never experience that soul-deep, transformative level of bonding. Today, we're going to change that. One by one. Before we begin, this is essential. The ideas we're exploring are nuanced. Their effectiveness varies from person to person, depending on context, personality, and the nature of the relationship. This is shared within the framework of committed partnerships with the goal of enhancing emotional harmony through mutual respect and responsibility. Always prioritize privacy, mutual consent, and clear boundaries. If you find this valuable, help this knowledge reach others. Subscribe, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments where you're joining us from. Your city, your country, your interaction means everything. Now, let's begin. You've probably heard of this one dot, but you are almost certainly using it wrong. The nape. That soft, vulnerable space just below the hairline. It is not just another patch of skin. Many men grace it with a quick kiss and move on immediately. Big mistake. This area is densely packed with nerve endings connected to the cervical spine. Gentle, conscious stimulation here triggers the brain to release oxytocin, the hormone of bonding, safety, and emotional belonging. But the real secret isn't just in the nerves, it's in the psychology. The skin here is incredibly thin, sensitive. And crucially, it's a place she cannot see. When you touch her here, she doesn't know exactly what you're doing. She can't anticipate your move. Psychologically, she is compelled to surrender, to trust. In the world of instinct, exposing the neck is the ultimate vulnerability. When she allows you here, the unspoken message is, I am placing myself in your hands. The right way. No rushing. Gently move her hair aside. Let your fingertips trace the skin with feather-light awareness. Place your lips there, and stay. Hold for a few seconds. No movement, no hurry. Then, another kiss beside it. And another. Then pull back just slightly, and let your warm breath caress the spot. This interplay of touch and breath activates even more nerves, sending subtle shivers down the spine. You'll notice her shoulders relax, her head tilt back unconsciously. That's not a coincidence. That's a neurological response. A territory hidden in plain sight. So sensitive that some women can't bear strong touch there. The delicate skin just behind the earlobe is rich with fine sensory receptors. More importantly, it's linked to the vagus nerve, the nerve that controls relaxation, slowing the heart rate, and deep calm. Stimulating this nerve can create profound feelings of peace and pleasure. It's scientifically established. But heavy pressure ruins it all. Softness is the key. Start with a kiss below the ear. Move with excruciating slowness towards the lobe. Take it gently between your lips, then release. Let your breath wash over it. Watch her reactions. Does she lean in? Does her breathing change? you're on the right path. An advanced move. A whisper. Simple words, spoken softly, directly into this area. The combination of close sound and intimate touch creates an unforgettable, dual sensory impact. Here we enter a zone most men ignore entirely. And that is precisely why it's so powerful. The small of the back, just above the hips. This is a zone of trust, neurologically connected to the pelvic region. Touch here doesn't just create a physical sensation, it fosters a deep sense of being enveloped, of safety. The nerves here are directly wired to relaxation centers and circulation. A firm, steady pressure from a palm sends calming signals through her entire nervous system. The right way. Place your palm with steady, gentle certainty. Press without force. Move your hand slowly. You can use your fingertips to draw small circles or slow, wave-like motions. When this touch is combined with reassuring words or simply your calm, present energy, it builds a profound sense of anchored connection. One of the most neglected areas on the body. Its power lies in its rarity of stimulation. The skin here is thin, nerve-rich, but seldom touched meaningfully. Take her hand gently. Turn her wrist upward. Let your fingers travel with deliberate slowness along the inner surface of her forearm. The brief pauses between your touches, they magnify the sensation. This territory is perfect for quiet moments even in non-private places because it's not an obvious zone, yet its effect runs deep. This may be the most surprising, but its support comes from hard neuroscience. The skin around the navel is connected to deep neural pathways that extend through the lower body. Sensory receptors here are dense. Light, conscious stimulation can activate a sweeping, profound sensation. Start with slow, circular motions. The lightest pressure. Gradual progression, then a pause. Let her nervous system respond. This is not a zone for casual moments but for moments of established safety and deep trust. Why do these territories work? Because they are rich in nerve fibers designed to respond to conscious touch, not just pressure or heat. These fibers are built to detect the touch that means, I am safe with you. When stimulated, the brain releases oxytocin, and new neural pathways form, linking your presence with comfort and trust. And with age, the impact of this kind of touch only grows. Because maturity brings patience, presence, and a power of pacing. A woman isn't seeking teenage performance. She's seeking a man who knows how to be present. How to use this in reality. Don't try to use all 5 at once. That's overwhelming. Integrate them naturally. Point the nape of the neck while standing behind her. Point behind the ear during a close conversation. Point the small of the back in a lingering hug. Point the inner wrist while sitting together. Point the lower abdomen only in those sacred, private moments.